Hi, welcome to my channel. Off on a little bike packing trip today. We're off to Aberdulais, which is in the Neath Valley. We're going for a little hammock camp, and hopefully we're going to have a nice warm night. It is due to go down to about 1 degree tonight, but hopefully we were warm enough. Got a bit of rain at the moment, but that's the hardest bit with any adventure, is getting yourself out the door. That's why the channel's called Out the Door Adventure. So Aberdulais is about 40 miles from home, and there's a lovely little area there. I'm going to camp in some woods. It belongs to a farmer and he's given me permission to stay there, which is awesome. It's a beautiful area, looking at the photos I've seen, and we're going to go check it out. I've got my Bushbox with me tonight, so hopefully we can have some steaks. I'll stop in Neath and see what I can buy from the butchers. Well, I'm just over halfway now. I've done just shy of 22 miles since leaving Rhys, where I live. Rhys is the most southerly point of mainland Wales. So I've just passed Kinfig Hill, about a mile or so from Margam, sorry, and I'm alongside the A48 on a nice little cycle path. Keeps me off the worst of the traffic. A little bit of a slalom here. I'm on cycle route 4, and I'm hoping, as it's now dried up, for the rest of this trip is going to be nice and dry. It looks, looking at the roads, like this area didn't see too much rain. I think that band of rain that got me earlier passed over this area because the roads look quite dry. I'm hoping that I won't see any more rain for the rest of this little adventure. I'll check in with you again in a bit. Well, I've arrived. I think I found my pitch for the night behind me there, between those two trees. There's the bike. And yeah, beautiful spot in the woods. I think I'm going to have a great night. I'm just enjoying a peanut butter and chocolate spread wrap that my mate John sorted me out with. So thank you for that, John. It was a nice surprise when I popped round earlier. So I've got the river just behind me. You can probably hear it down in the bottom of the valley there. So I'll get myself set up in a minute once I finish my wrap, and hopefully we're in for a good night. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Well, that's the hammock set up, so next got to put the tarp up, got to get my under blanket and my sleeping bag out and get them lofting up ready for the night, get me warm for later, and then I'll start looking at cooking something to eat. Getting a little hungry. It's now, what is it, 5 o'clock, so ready for something to eat, a bit of a snack. I enjoyed John's peanut butter and chocolate wraps, but I think something a bit warm would be good. It's just starting to get a little chilly. Good luck though, the important thing, we have a bit of blue sky. So hopefully, once the last of the clouds clear, we have some beautiful scenery. Probably hear the river down behind me. We'll go and have a look at that in a little bit once we're set up. So here's home for the night. Got the hammock set up. It's the DD superlight hammock. Got the DD superlight tarp above it. Got a nice roof above me, nice and open. I've got the UpKit cloud cover as my under blanket. I've got the DD under blanket as well, but it's far too bulky for a cycle trip. And inside we've got my Decathlon sleeping bag, Decathlon down sleeping bag. And I'll take a walk, we'll go see the river. What about that? Just a few meters from the camp. Time to set up the Bushbox. Bushbox going. Got a bit of heat now. When I stopped in Neath earlier, I was able to get a really nice bit of steak, a bit of sirloin. So I'm going to have a go at cooking that now. Let's go, let's put it on. A bit more wood. Halfway there, I reckon. Time to turn this bad boy over. nearly lost it. There we go, leveled him up with it now. Really looking forward to eating this. Lovely bit of sirloin, freshly cooked. My little Bushbox stove. Well, I'm settled in for the night. I'm in my hammock, in the sleeping bag with the underquilt beneath me, so totally encased in down. Still got my puffy jacket on. It is quite cold out. It's around 1 degree, but my down cocoon here, I'm toasty and warm. It's absolutely lovely. So hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep now, and I'll speak to you again in the morning. Night night. Morning guys, just gone 7 in the morning. I survived the night. Had a bit of ice overnight, just a tiny bit on my, I noticed when I got up to the toilet on the seat of my saddle there was some ice. So it definitely got down to 0. So this is the view from the hammock. It's a nice blue sky above us. Can't quite see the river, but it's just through that little clearing there. It's a beautiful spot. Got the woods to myself. All my gear charging. My bike packed up in the back. Time to knock up some breakfast then. So while my water's boiling, let me show you around camp in a bit more light. It was a little dark last night. It struggled a bit to film, which is why there wasn't much nighttime footage. Got my jacket drying there. The bike's parked out back. And here's camp. And a coffee and breakfast porridge, water on the go. As I said earlier, the Alp kit was awesome last night. It's the Alp kit cloud cover. I was able to wrap that up around my legs. It really kept me warm. And the Decathlon down sleeping bag. DD superlight hammock. You can see my socks drying there on either end. A beautiful bit of woods here. And just a really short walk down to the river. Okay, so the water's boiled, time for porridge. hopefully I'll do a better job of this eating this morning. Managed to spill most of my chilli down my leg last night. So leave that for 5 minutes. And coffee time. Got the AeroPress Go. Today I'm going to brew using the inverted method. I like experimenting with my AeroPress, trying different brew recipes. So today we're going with around 12 grams of coffee, 1 scoop, and about 200 millilitres of water. Oh, give that a little stir. We'll get a filter out. I like to get the filter cover on as quickly as possible, so there's less chance of me knocking it over. Oh. Just leave that 2 minutes and I'll all be ready. It should be ready around the same time as my porridge. 2 minutes is up, so I can give my coffee the press. Nice gentle press. No need to overdo it. Coffee in the cup. The best thing about the AeroPress is how clean it is. So easy to clean up. Cap off the end. Filter's still there. I can put it straight into my little bin bag. Push out the bucket coffee. Give that a quick rinse with water, pull it out, and it's clean. Oh, delicious. Needed that. Breakfast time. See what this porridge is like. Touch more watery than I'd like. Perhaps should have put a little less water in. Ah, definitely 5 out of 5. Really good. That really is nice, really creamy. So that's the Expedition Foods porridge of blueberries. 450 kilocalories. Lovely, really creamy. Well, I'm changed into my cycling gear now, ready to head home. I'm just letting my tarp and my ground sheet dry out a touch. Taking the ground sheet out up, as you can see there, and I've got it just over here, hanging in the trees. That's the DD Hammock's Magic Carpet. Great, it's the regular size. It's just perfect for hammock camping. So in 10 minutes or so, once the tarp and the ground sheet's dried out, I'll take everything down, pack it away, and get going. Just got to sort a few bits of my other kit out first, and then we'll be on our way. The journey home didn't go so well, which is why there's no video footage. Whilst cornering, probably a little faster than I should have, on some smooth tarmac, the front wheel slipped out from underneath me. I guess this was caused by a combination of the extra weight on the front end from the loaded bags and my choice of gravel tyres for the trip not gripping so well on the smooth wet tarmac. The end result appears to be a broken thumb and a few scratches and bruises. The bike has a scratch shifter and a bar end plug, so it could certainly have been worse. Not the best end to an adventure, but still, I had a great time. I'll be back for another one soon.